Good morning, Metaverse. I'm Thor with the Red Hand, and today I'm going to talk about Star Atlas. Except I'm going to be playing Spider Tanks. See if your mind can handle that. So I wanted to talk about pretty much everything that's been going on and what I've been thinking about since the last time I made a video, which has been weeks. I got sick, and then there was scheduling and catching up and all that kind of stuff. But I figured it was a good time to make another video. And even though I wasn't creating content, I was watching and listening to everything, and now I have thoughts, and I'm going to offload those thoughts on you while I play the video game. So hopefully it's a fun episode and maybe stimulate some thoughts of your own. And always, you're welcome to reach out to me on Discord or make comments in the comment section below. I really do enjoy engaging and talking about these things. So let's get started and have some fun. Okay, so we have the town hall. Let's go over the town hall first. Just this last Friday. First, I think Star Atlas does a great job of keeping the community in the forefront of their mind. The first thing that Santi did was to give a shout out to the content creators that really help the community stay engaged and up to date and in the know of what's happening with Star Atlas. Metaverse Nomads, they mentioned Metaverse Explorer and Atlas Theory. They even threw my name out there, so I appreciate it. It's always nice to hear that people appreciate the things that you do. So after that, Michael Wagner started talking about the sort of the financials, the what they're doing to extend the runway, and kind of the recovery plan and the path forward for after the FTX debacle. And so I think he did about as good as I can expect as far as explaining how things are going to go. And really the main takeaway that I had from that was that their focus, Star Atlas's focus, is to keep the game development going at the pace and the schedule that they had originally set, not to cut back on the game development. And I'm in favor of that ideology, that strategy of doing things, because you could have gone a whole nother way with that. For development or right after the FTX, you could have cut developers by half and try to save money that way. But that's really playing more defense, and playing defense in this case where the game doesn't get developed unless there is development on the game, and so keeping that as the forefront of how they're working this and trying to come up with solutions, I approve of, and think they're doing a good job in regards to that. I look forward to seeing whether that ends up being a good decision. I think it will be, and so with that all be said, I'm not going to really dwell on that much longer, but I am in favor of how things are going, and I guess content. Satisfied is the best way to explain it. I'm still very I want to keep a keen eye on how things go and how they continue development and strategize going forward so that they don't run out of runway. Now, with that in mind, Michael Wagner mentioned multiple times during the town hall, as well as several other times in talking to the community, that Star Atlas has done a lot of development and creating tools in the Solana blockchain that have never been created before, and that gives me a lot of hope for Automata as a company and the ability to raise funds above and beyond of just ship sales. I would like to see more of that, some more details on the type of tools that they have developed for Star Atlas, and maybe some more details of it. I'm a little bit more nerdy in regards to wanting to know the details on that. There's kind of brings me to another point that I wanted to address, and that is, maybe the reason that they haven't made a lot of content about it is because there's a lot of criticism out there, that there's not enough gameplay content, that they don't focus enough about the game. And that's something, what content creator that I've listened to, DG360, actually brings up. And one of the reasons I enjoy watching his content on Star Atlas specifically is that he is critical about that, and he brings up the points that you need to bring out more gameplay. You need to come out with more content that people can get their hands on and really enjoy from the gamers, and that is needed because there isn't as much gameplay. It's just starting to come out with gameplay and Unreal Engine 5 experiences. But I don't think that that's a reason to not also do content about the other stuff, some of the nitty gritty details, the programming aspect of it. These are all parts of this community that I think need to be touched, and have, we'll call it, isolated focus. So when you have the gamer side of the community that really care about the game and the gameplay, the graphics, you know, the fun in the game, the content that is created by Automata, and that they provide, the trailers and the gameplay footage, that type of stuff, they're starting to come out some really good things, and I like watching that, and the gamer side of me is happy, but there's plenty of those people in the gaming community that really don't care about the tokenomics, and that even is a detractor from it because of the negative connotation from cryptocurrency. And I think if you were to isolate that information, isolate that content into just focus on the gameplay, the things that the gamers care about, and don't add the rest of it in there, that would communicate to those people a whole lot better. Whereas there is still another side of the community, which is a lot more about the economics, and they want to know about the tokenomics. They want to know about the functional economy, and how are you going to create this functional economy. When Chris, the economist, came on to the Atlas Brew and did the episode talking about the Sage and the economic papers, and really let us nerd into it and theory craft and ask questions, numbers, really get into the nitty gritties of it. Something that the pure gaming community wouldn't really be interested in. I think the Atlas Brew is a great venue to do that. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. And I know that there's people that care about the economy and also the gameplay. There's shared interest in all of it, but there are very distinct parts of that community. And so break up the content in the type of content that people care about, and I think you'll get a lot better reaction from that content. And when you can provide information about the economy, about the programming, about the actual blockchain logic, there are people that actually do care about that stuff and want to hear more about that. I think if you're looking at the tools that Automata has created in Solana, and you are planning on monetizing it, which I think they should, as another stream, a revenue stream to help support the company while they build out the game, which I think they should, then make content on it. Use it as advertisement. If you don't want to make the content yourself, then find a content creator that's willing to that you're willing to share information with, and that will cover it. I know I would cover it. I don't exactly have a lot of viewers, but we can try to reach out to larger communities. Metaverse Explorer has a decent amount of people and the right type of people that would be interested in that kind of thing. That would be a good example. And have that as a focused content on this type of information, and then do a focused content on for gamers and the people that want to know about gameplay, and not talk about tokenomics in that section. You know, because those that section of the community, or that part of my mind, doesn't care about tokenomics. It cares about how fun it is to play the game. For example, I'm enjoying playing this game. I don't have to actually think about what I'm saying, because that's a whole nother part of my brain. I'm playing this game, I'm having fun, I'm blowing things up, and right now that's all I really care about. Now, when I'm done playing this game and I want to focus on Star Atlas economics and go through the economic papers and theory craft on how I'm going to participate in a real economy, that's a whole nother section of my brain that I activate and utilize. And kind of thinking of it like that. You don't have to do content and do it. Social media discussions where it touches on a little bit of everything for everybody, so that nobody's totally happy. You can specialize and focus on one thing after the other. I think I've reiterated that point enough times, but I think it's extremely important and something that could be beneficial to Star Atlas. So hopefully somebody's watching it and could utilize that opinion. You know, there was a couple other things, like actually in regards to more gameplay stuff. The Michael Wagner talking about eight multiplayer racing in the showroom, where you can actually combat against the other racers, kind of like a Mario Kart, but the Star Atlas version of it. So if it's something like that, I think that's going to be so much fun to play. I think there's a lot of communities. I know the Mafia esports organization that the Red Hand is a part of. That community is all about that kind of high competition play, and would definitely be interested in all of this. I'm getting my ass kicked on this one, but I think that is going to go over really well, and I'm really looking forward to racing and battling other people in the community, and really getting some interaction on the gameplay. I've enjoyed the racing. I've enjoyed the dogfighting, but let's start playing with each other and fighting each other, having some competition going on. I think that's going to be great for the community as a whole. So that is something where you can focus content and just focus on the racing and the fun part of the playing against each other, and do release trailers and the gameplay reels of us doing that, and blast that out. Give us more content to share. Smaller iterations, I think, is going to help with that, and more iterations, but smaller increments. I'm totally fine with that. Like the tech demo, that's just going to be motion, just moving from one place to the other. Nothing complicated, nothing super fun in and of itself, but they're going to do a treasure hunt, and I'm a sucker for treasure hunt. I love treasure hunts. It's my favorite way to receive a gift and give a gift. I did an epic treasure hunt or scavenger hunt for my dad when I gave him a laser pointer, and I used other lasers to direct to different parts of the house. We went all over the place, and yeah, it was epic. I love it. But I'm looking forward to the movement tech demo, small iteration, because I want something to do in the game that I care about. And then when you do another small iteration on that, then I'll be excited to participate in that as well. So I think that's a good way to go about it. Small iteration, more often, and that's going to satisfy me as the gamer, and give me more things to do. So, yeah, uh, I'm excited for that. Looking forward to doing that with the rest of the community. I'm probably going to pour a whole lot of hours into that treasure hunt. Maybe getting the Fimbul tank ship. It's dev testnet. It doesn't really matter, but you're the person that gets that ship. That's just going to be cool. Yeah, so that's about all I have to say about that. Trying to think if there's anything else on my mind. Oh, I know what I was gonna mention. I thought it was really cool. I wanted to make this point. The first time I saw the episode with Metaverse Explorer, where he put together the was it the Arc Fund wallet? I thought that was a great way to add utility, or that ended up adding utility to to the Atlas token and to the resources, the ammo, the fuel, etc. I know he did that as just a joke, but like people are willing to engage and participate in that type of gameplay, or it's not even gameplay, but just interaction with the community. Be able to utilize the Atlas coins or the resources as a way to say, I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm trying to raise funds to get to an arc. I think that actually came off really well, and what that speaks to is parallel economies, and that's a concept that I've been thinking about more and more, and believe will be a very important thing in the future, as we go on, and especially in the Web3 space. It's much easier to utilize it through crypto. And I would love to see more utility come to the Atlas token and to the resources that we have, especially when it comes up to like the R20, and being able to use that in different ways. And all we need to do is as a community decide to use those, and what people were using them as sort of a tip, or say great job with making that content and being consistent, things that we appreciate and value, and then you know doing something with that, and actually committing those funds, small as they are, kind of like the way Doge was used early on. It's just a stupid meme coin. It has no value, but people gave it value because they started giving it as tips. I'm not going to get started on Doge. That was a bad idea. That one goes down a rabbit hole. But just as an appreciation for what you do, and tipping somebody, I think that's pretty cool. That's a parallel economy. And when we get into the further iterations of the Central Space Station and the commerce section of those space stations, where you can actually have storefronts, and you can order things online, I mean, that should be able to be tied into the game and start having real economy, right? And tie real economy into a parallel economy. Give the player to player or person to person interaction more platforms to exist. I think that's going to be huge. The revolutionary aspect of Star Atlas, the metaverse, and what its full potential could end up being. And I just want to reiterate that and make that in the forefront of people's minds. It's something I think about more and more, and see Star Atlas in the forefront of doing that. A great position to be a big player in that, and I want to find more ways to utilize that. So hopefully that was helpful. Don't worry about liking or subscribing, but if you know someone that would find that useful, or be interested in Star Atlas or Spider Tanks, then go ahead and share the video with them. And if you can do that, then today was a good day. Good morning, Metaverse.